right, so this is a recording of how to add a tree to a scene, take 2. So there's some things I should have done better. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but duh. So let's start over again. We've got our background scene here, which once again is too saturated. So what we're going to do is we're going to put an adjustment on there, and we are going to adjust the saturation. So hue saturation, that's this guy. All right, click on him. Clip him to this image. We're going to move the saturation down just a bit so it's a little bit more realistic. All right. Probably about there. Okay, good. Now let's also put on a brightness and contrast. And again, we're going to clip that first, which is what I didn't do last time. That was embarrassing. All right, so bring the brightness up just a bit. And that's probably okay. It's not too bad. Okay, so now I have a tree here, which this time around is actually a conifer. Yay. So let's, I've got it selected. I've got the background selected, so let's invert the selection. So now we've got our tree. We're going to copy, come over here, make sure this guy is highlighted, and then we're going to paste, and it's going to come in right over top. Okay, so this one, this image of a tree, is actually big enough and has a high enough resolution that I can scale it better, with better results. So what happened the first time around is I had a teeny tiny tree. What I should have done, I don't know why I didn't do this, but what I should have done was scale the background image down to match the size of the tree, as opposed to the other way around. So whenever you're sizing something down, you don't lose resolution. So in this case, we're going to size down this tree. Now it's a little too blue, so we're going to fix that in just a minute. So we're going to hit Control-T for transform, and we're going to grab this corner and hold down the Shift key, and sizing down a little bit. Let's drag him over here. Okay. So let's say that we're going to put this tree in the foreground. Okay, right there. Okay, he's fine. Now, I do want to adjust his color because he's much more blue than these trees back here in the background. So what I'm going to do is put an adjustment layer on him, and this is going to be a hue saturation. Do I want to do hue or do I want to do color balance? I think I want to do color balance. Let's do that. Let's this one, a little scale. Let's do color balance because then I can do different channels individually. And what I want to do is I want to clip it so that whatever changes I make affect only the tree and not the background. All right, so we are going to have a little bit more green, a little bit more yellow, less blue, a little bit more red. Okay, so you can see how he's starting to get the same color range as the trees in the background. He's not quite as dark as they are, but that's okay because he's in the foreground. And let's go a little more yellow. Okay, I think that's good. All right, now, so the next thing we need to do is put a shadow underneath him. So just like before, we are going to create a new layer, and unlike last time, I'm actually going to name it shadow. Okay, now we're going to get the brush, and oh, it still remembers my settings. Okay, so if we go here, yep, I want this. It's an oval. Okay. And color, let's get a different color. I think that last one was a little too dark. So hold down the Shift key, and let's get a dark green, kind of in there maybe a little bit darker than that. Let's take a look and see. No, right about there. Okay, let's call that good. All right, so we're drawing on this particular layer, and we have a brush that's really big, and it's an oval shape. And our opacity is about 25%. It's a quarter, whatever, 24, close enough. So we're going to just very lightly put in some shadow here. And I want it darker at the base of the tree. So if I hit my left bracket, I can make it even darker right in there. Okay. Now, this layer is on top of the tree, which we really don't want. We're going to drag and pull him underneath. Okay, so the tree is actually on top. Now, this layer is normal, which is not what I want. I want this layer to be a multiply layer, okay, so that it darkens what's underneath it. So I think I want to burn out this right here on the tree trunk as well. So we're going to go in here, so select the tree layer. We're going to go to this one, looks like a fist, okay, burn tool. I'm going to burn those highlights out just a little bit because I don't think there'd be that many highlights, not if there was that kind of shadow. So there we go. That is, real quick, a better version of the original putting a tree in a meadow. Let's file save real quick. We'll do save as, and we'll call this 2. And then OK. Now, if I want to save this off as a PNG, I can do that. I can flatten my layers. Oh, I forgot to take this off, but whatever. We can do that some other time. I can flatten my layers and save as a PNG, or I can just say File, Save As, and do, if I select PNG, and then I don't have here, which is Layers, I can say Save, and then OK. Now I have my PSD saved off, so I've got my layers in case I ever need to come back and change anything, and then I have also saved off a PNG so that I can just use that as a background in my SketchUp scene. So that's it. So tree in a mountain meadow, take 2.